Welcome back to the Kick and Post YouTube channel and podcast. I am your host, Amal Thompson, and I am with
Trey Thompson. How you doing, buddy?
yes, sir. I'm doing great. We missed a couple of the games, but we're
We
back
did.
to mark this one. It's 420. We got Minnesota versus Denver coming up
Yeah.
next. We already watched the conclusion of the Cleveland Toronto game, and currently the New York Knicks are up 13 on the Atlanta
Yes.
Hawks. And I mean, we didn't really give our takes pre-series for a lot of these series, but I am a man of integrity, so I'm not going to come on here and flip my take.
All right.
I would say that the play-in games went a little bit not according to plan. I
Agreed.
figured after the first Orlando game, I was going to get on here and talk really poorly about Banchero, which he's
You still could
played
if you
well.
want to, yes. Yeah.
He's playing well now, play-in game and first game of the Detroit series, but I didn't expect them to make it through. I figured we'd have a Charlotte-Detroit series. Now I'm left wondering, like, was it strategic? Did they intentionally avoid Boston?
I saw the tweets also. Yeah, I agree. Because, I mean, it just the game they played against Philly compared to, and again, I told you on the pod last time, I watched them against Detroit. The game against Detroit, the game against Charlotte, and the game against Detroit round one, that's the magic I saw of late. That game against Philly was, I don't want to say an anomaly, but one would beg to say, hey, we can't beat those fuckers from Massachusetts. Let's try our luck against Cade. And again, Cade being injured definitely changes the script because of I think it was a kidney, whatever happened to him, issues.
He had a lung issue.
Yeah, lung issues. That changes the way you play, and I get it. But I saw a funny tweet that said, they said Cade's lung was in his asshole 2 weeks ago. Now he needs 40 to win the series. And it's like, dude, I was talking to one of my players today who's a Magic fan, again, Ben, and he was saying he was surprised that Cade got off. And I said, dude, I mean, if I'm the Magic, Cade, go score 50. We'll just win. We'll just win. If no one else can score but you, we're gonna live and die with Tobias Harris catch and shoot threes. If Jalen Duren can't bully you in the post, I mean, I thought Wendell Carter Jr. played a great game defensively, which words on my mouth I never thought I would say. Suggs fouled out, but over aggressive. I love what Bane did. One of our friends in our chat made that Banchero and Franz made a deal with the devil that only one of them can be good, and I'm like, I believe it. Yeah. I think it's just very funny. So like, it's one of those things where the Magic are, again, I don't remember my exact comment on here. I don't know if I think I said Charlotte would beat Magic or whatever it was, but I mean, in our group chat, I said that we were talking about the game, the play-in. My message was the Magic can beat Detroit in 6. That was in the game. I'm watching. This is not even anything with Charlotte, Detroit at all. I just think that if Paolo is uber aggressive, like you comment on, getting to the basket, making shit happen, he was so aggressive game one. I'm just like, wow, who is this guy? And the Magic can win. Now, if you're looking for a serious prediction here, I'm going to stake with Magic 4-2. Now, I think Robert Burrell was the one that said he's seen a lot of Magic game ones that have gone the other way. So, but for that series, I'll say 4-2. What do you got for that series, brother?
I don't think Detroit has enough on offense. I think it's funny to say they're missing Malik Beasley heavily in this series. I saw a fun trade opportunity going into the offseason for Detroit, and it's them shifting a bunch of players to acquire Michael Porter Jr. He's the perfect player that they need right now, because who do you trust to swing the rock to and get a 3 on the perimeter for the Detroit Pistons?
That's actually a really good trade. I like that idea.
Who do you trust? And I mean, Jalen Duren, if they keep driving to the paint and forcing you to play defense, foul trouble is going to accumulate over this series eventually, right? He didn't really get in much this game, but if Banchero is committing to the bit of playing in the post or playing down low, avoiding the threes completely, facilitating out of that position, like, we make fun of the Magic
Robinson
for not really.
In Detroit now, or no? Am I wrong?
No, he is, but I haven't seen.
They traded for someone. I think it's not. Is it Herter?
I thought they had Herter.
Yeah. So again, this is the issue, and we'll talk just off the script here a little bit. The issues I think these teams make trade, like the Michael Porter Jr. trade, to me makes sense. Brooklyn going to get him for the Cam Johnson swap, I get it for Denver, whatever. But that's, when you say that, that's a spot on great move. I mean, it wasn't your call, but you see in the tweet, that's a move that has to happen.
I saw somebody offer it.
Like, yeah, you have to happen. You because you're you're tied into Cunningham and Duran. You got to give them at least 2, 3 seasons of this level of basketball to see what happens. You got to give them that, but you got to build around them also. I just
I don't think
never have been a Tobias
Asar.
Harris. Yeah.
I don't think Asar is going to develop into a
Isn't
shooter
it
in
weird
this
how
series.
great Amin is? And
Yeah.
Amin has Amin. I've watched him play games, have 29 and 9 and like legitimate 20. Asar, I don't think I've ever seen him go crazy offensively, and he's a liability. Defensively, he's okay, but he's a liability offensively, and I think that's going to hurt them. So I guess that's a good move. They got to definitely get a shooter in there, and Beasley right now would be the guy that would make this move, or
If they
KCP.
had Beasley, KCP, oh my gosh. I think they have Kevin Horter, like you said, and they have Duncan Robinson. I think they're gonna have to switch the lineup a bit because for everything they are, they can't out defense the Magic, which is weird to say. All right, like that was a competition they said would be an issue. Like, would the Magic even be able to score 100? The Magic has enough guys that could give them offense.
You
It's just
said
about
it. There's like
consistency.
there's 3 guys that can get 30.
There's 3 guys
Any
that
given
could
night,
get
3 guys that
30,
can get 30. Yeah.
and then you have Anthony Black and Jalen Suggs, which again
Yeah.
combined could give you something special, right?
Mm.
Outside of Duren, which he is up and down offensively,
I agree.
and obviously Cade, you kind of have to spoon feed Duren on offense.
Mm.
Who's giving you those offensive minutes for Detroit? And when Cade has to go off
Nobody.
the floor, which he played 40 minutes this first game, that's not sustainable for a whole series, especially coming back from injury. Who's gonna facilitate the offense? Who's gonna be a problem
And
shooting the ball?
the Dennis Jenkins story has been cute all year long. He had a big game against us. No shade to him at all. It was just
Yeah.
the games. I guess it just we talk about watching the games. I think another phrase we could say was like, when are the games happening? Like when you have these big games, it's awesome. I think sometimes the letdown game is when some of these guys get like, for example, LeBron's first game, triple double. That was a
Pretty
statement.
much, yeah.
I mean, we'll get there about the Lakers in a little bit, but that was a statement. I think Paolo's first game, statement. Jokic and Murray made a statement first game. Like in this game, I thought Cade made a statement, but it gets overshadowed by the rest of your team's lack thereof. So really, like if Detroit wins that game, every sports channel is Cunningham goes for 39 game 1. The number 1 seed Pistons win. I think they lost by double digits. I'm wrong. I think it was a double digit loss
It was close
or
enough. If it
whatever.
wasn't
And
10, it was 9. Like
so that
it
to
was
me,
there.
it's just tough. And I think in that series, like you said, there's no scoring. There's no option for scoring. I don't trust Duran to give me 20 and 10 against that is size down there. We can say what we want to say. Wendell Carter is not a shot stopper, but he has size. Paolo's big.
He
Franz
needed to
is huge.
play. He needed to play as a big this series, and he is. That was going to be my one
Yeah.
take. Like, are we going to get 3-point shooting Wendell? I expected him to be a presence down low. I wanted him to be down there contesting rebounds. He didn't really do the rebounding thing,
Yeah.
but he was a body down there, and he made it tough for Duran. It's necessary
Just make
in this series.
his job hard.
Make his job hard. If Duran doesn't find a way to become a bully in this series, I don't think it's gonna be anything longer than 6, like you said. And I do have Orlando winning it. And going into the series, I probably, it was all depending on how Banchero comes out. So I'd be kind of wavering, but with the lack of shooting I'm seeing in Detroit, I'm comfortable with taking the Magic in that one.
Agreed.
Moving on to the next series. Which order are we going in?
We
I feel
can
like
go
we're going kind of all over the place.
We'll go back to Toronto and Cleveland. I think we know that.
Okay.
We agree where that's going to go, kind of. So, unless you have a different take, yeah, it's a sweep. I don't want to dwell long here because I really don't know. Toronto's a weird franchise. I think for Toronto's one of the teams that you almost look at as let me give you a comparative one. Dallas Mavericks with Dirk. I think it's like we got one. We're okay. We got one. We're okay. Masai Ujiri leaves. You got one, so it's almost like, all right, cool. Like we're not saying you're gonna stop competing, but Toronto just is whatever. Brandon Ingram had 7 points tonight, and
Did you
5 of
watch the
those were
game?
garbage time. Yeah, bro, I know people like it's so funny, and this is gonna sound weird. I am an active gambler of basketball. Yes, I legit love playoff basketball. Like I'm up watching the full games from the beginning of the game. Ingram, like last game, I don't know if you saw, there was a quote in the interview after the game, and he said the coach wanted me to be a screener tonight, but we can't win a game if I'm only taking 9 shots.
Facts.
That to me, this is the avenue of my gambling thing. If I'm a gambler, I hear that, oh, he's going for 30. He's gonna go get it. He scored his first point in the third quarter.
I didn't want to. So I wish we had talked before that, but I didn't chase his points, and here's why. I think the game was coming very naturally to him last game, right? Where the 9 shots he took were in the flow of the game.
Bro, good middies, no rush, everything was smooth.
The first quarter, everything was completely out of sync. Even easy shots weren't going down, right? So it came to a point where they had to just go to what could keep the offense rolling, and it was the others this game. Now, you cannot beat the Cleveland Cavaliers with the others, especially if James Harden's going to do what he's doing, and Donovan Mitchell is going to stay.
27 and 6.
Yeah, Donovan Mitchell is gonna stay aggressive all game,
and Mobley's 25 and whatever. Yeah, you're not beating that team, bro.
My struggle though, because again, in a series like this, I'm not wondering about Cleveland beating Toronto. They're gonna make it out of this series, right? It's going forward. You trade for a James Harden because of what he could present you down the line in the playoffs. These games, they let Toronto stay in games with guys who should not be keeping them close.
That's
right. This game is staying competitive for way too long in both home games. And Cleveland usually has a propensity to like drop a game they shouldn't drop, or like not sweep a game that they're supposed to, right? In a case like this, they're just not executing for long periods. They go on hot streaks and they get up by a ton of points, but just as quickly as they get hot, the offense will get out of rhythm and they'll let the team back in, right? Going into the fourth quarter, I think they were only up by 6. Should not be the case with Scotty Barnes having 6 points at the time, and I think, like you said, Brandon Ingram had 2.
Yeah,
right?
I think RJ Barrett and Colin Morey Boyles kept him in the game. I think I'll say this, and I get where you're coming from. The growth I see in this team compared to last year. Now the Pacers were and are a better team than the Pacers are this year. Like the Raptors for nothing compared to the Pacers. I do remember last year these same games when Cleveland would get up and they would blow a lead and it would just be off the rails. I do think there's a difference in that, and to me is James Harden. I know that we're talking about a first ballot Hall of Famers. I'm not giving you any details that you don't know about already, but Harden, the games I've watched this year, that when Cleveland gets shaky, the ball's in number one's hand. He's gonna slow it down. We'll pick and roll you. I'll get to my spots. I'll hit my free throws. I'll hit Mitchell if I have to on a cut back door, or we'll swing reverse on a curl, whatever action we're gonna run there. That's the beauty of, I think, Harden being on this team. So to me, I worry about Mitchell going rogue and Mobley not being existent. I don't know. Now, not because Harden's never won a ring, obviously. To me, I look at this team as a legit contender in the East. I do think they could win the East. Now, it's going to be definitive of how well Jared Allen plays, if he can play, because he doesn't play fourth quarters. If anyone's listening to your betting, don't bet Jared Allen live ever. He just doesn't play fourth quarters. They go super small. They go Strus, Harden, Mitchell, Mobley, and blank, maybe Dean Wade or someone like that. And to me, you can't bet, you can't trust it. Like, that's where it's hard, and that's where it becomes like an issue with these guys, because you want to believe in, you want to say, hey, whatever. But so for me, I think Cleveland's a option to win the East. They win the series in 4. I think going back to Toronto is a formality. If it's not over in 4, I think it's over in 5 for sure.
Who do you trust? So I'm not looking at the playoff bracket right now, but Cleveland makes it through. Do you trust them anything further past the second round? Because you call them a contender.
They'll play the Celtics.
I don't think so.
Here's what I think matters to me in that series. We're talking about star power, so Harden's gonna have to guard someone, and so is Mitchell. So let's just, for the starting lineups, is those two, is Dean Wade, Mobley, and it's Jared Allen. For lineups, Derek White probably gets guarded by Dean Wade. Tatum and Brown have to be guarded by those two. I mean, that's just how the matchups will roll out. Mobley will guard Gonzalez, whatever his name is, and then Cade will guard Jared Allen. There's an advantage for Cleveland when they played
with the bigs.
Yeah. That's where my mind is going. It's so weird. Now, I'm sure next time we pod, remind me to give me the stat. It seems like basketball from all levels flows up. And from the college rankings right now, high school rankings going into college, maybe 10 of the top 20 kids are all post players. This year in college, Michigan won with bigs.
Mm-hmm.
I think the NBA flows from those. I think that your bigs are gonna have to be great in the postseason to win a ring. Now, in some cases, OKC, Shea's gonna still be Shea. But if you watch the Spurs, I watched the whole Spurs game last night. When Wemby's on the court, electric. But Cornette come on the bench, off the court bench, same shit. They're just the bigs are just flowing right now. Not obviously not the same game, but you know what I'm saying. I'm watching this now. Towns has woke up and played basketball in the second half, and it just changes the whole game. To me, I think that Boston. If we're looking ahead, if we think that Boston wins, which I think we both agree that Boston wins their series,
Yeah.
That matchup to me, I think Cleveland, is my opinion, has the size advantage. Now, I don't. If I'm looking at you and telling you that Donovan Mitchell and James Harden can guard Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, I would be lying my ass
Yeah.
off. But if you go on their roster, Cleveland's roster, who can guard them? It's really one of those things where, as a coach, I would tell my kids, we say, I make it tough. They're gonna get theirs. I mean, they're gonna get
But the
theirs.
issue is the others could get theirs too if you're asking me to pin. I mean, based on how Derek White's
Playoff
played
Derek
recently.
White.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Derek
you're right.
White's been great in the playoffs. Peyton Pritchard's gained his confidence throughout the season. Like, they are allowing. You just told me that R.J. Barrett and Colin Murray Boyle kept him in the game tonight. You should be putting
I'm
games to
blanking. Where did
rest.
R.J. Barrett play before this? New York, the Knicks. Never mind.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I think they'll do what it needs to make it out the first round, and obviously we'll talk second round matchups when that time comes. I just think these last two should be figuring out how do we put our foot on the necks of these players to make sure that these games are done by early fourth. And I know games are supposed to stay competitive in the playoffs. If you're clearly better than a roster, there's no Emmanuel Quickly, which is a big loss for Toronto. I always talk about like your third guy having to step up to that second guy role. It's not meant to be that way. And if it is that way, you should be taking advantage. Jamal Shed missed like 5 threes tonight.
Yeah, Shed was missing some open, easy jumpers, but tonight, by the way, for sure.
Sorry, Mike. Right? But yeah, there's like those guys shouldn't be keeping anybody in a game, especially the way the game started. I think Toronto, again, no scoring out of their main two guys. Game was within 4 and 6 a lot of the first quarter.
Agreed.
Crazy turnovers. No offense. You guys did not pull it wide open.
And Quickly's instant offense. Quickly didn't play either.
And Donovan Mitchell's hitting shots that he's known to hit, right? He's known to make those shots, but they're not easy shots.
Yeah, the one he hit to get 30 was did you see that one or no? I live bet him to get 30. It was 26 and a half, 26. He hit the one running bank, and I was like, oh,
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
When
And
he's
that's what
making
we're gonna
shots,
do to get points.
yeah.
Cool.
He's step back threes. He's jump shots over defense, and I know again he's a great athlete, has a great base when he's shooting. He trains these shots, yes, but in series against the Celtics,
Boston, yeah, it's gonna be tougher. I agree.
where again you're probably not playing from in front for the entire game. Those shots get a lot harder to fall. We've seen it affect him in the postseason before, and Harden, he's playing a little bit out of his style right now. Later in the playoffs, we've seen this Harden in his career over and over again. He always makes it to the playoffs, but past the first round, we get a different version of Harden every single round. So, what do we get? I don't know. But you said they're going to be playing the Celtics, which I feel like we could go right into that series then. Celtics Sixers. If Embiid's not going to play, it's a wash. And I don't think Embiid's going to make it back. I think Tyrese Maxey's going to do all his best to keep the scoring close. I think PG's playing a lot better than he's played for the 76ers. I think VJ Edgecombe is getting some very much needed playoff experience as a rook. I think they'll grow a lot out of this series, but they don't have enough. They don't have enough to beat them.
4-point game, by the way.
Go Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think the Sixers have enough to beat them. And I think that one also is probably a quick sweep. And for the Celtics, you don't necessarily want to extend series with Tatum still coming back off the Achilles. I know it's a beautiful story. He's playing well. You need him in and out. As quick to that Eastern Conference Finals as possible. We don't
I'll
need
say
extended
I
full
agree.
time.
I agree. Well,
That's
and
how
then the
I
thing
see
is,
that one.
it's tough because when they're the one seed, you're looking at a second round matchup against. Don't tell me the Magic, or no, sorry, I'm lying. If they're the one seed, looking at a second round matchup against who is the 4-5 matchup? Is it the Hawks and Knicks?
I think so.
Yeah, never mind. Ain't no easy path. Ain't no easy path. Ain't no easy path. No, my fault. For y'all saying that's tough. I mean, it's again, but I'm watching. I'm turning around, but I'm watching McCollum go have his way against this team, and I think it's just crazy that we're talking about a guy. You know, these guys who are Jalen Johnson, young, Dyson Daniels, no real offensive game. I mean, it's actually crazy to me that these guys are even in the game with them. But like you said, these teams let people hang around. And the beauty of the play of basketball, why anyone who knows me, my girl, my friends, like, it's, oh, well, why are you up till midnight watching basketball? This is why. I mean, the playoff games are why. This is why. Brunson is Brunson, obviously, and Brunson's going to do his thing, of course. But to me, this is why I love it because of the drama. Now, back to the series. If Embiid doesn't play, it's over in 4. Now, will Maxey go for 45, 50 at home, game 3, game 4? Probably.
Maybe.
Will they lose by 10 still? Probably. But it's okay. Like, he'll still get his numbers. He's a very talented player. But yeah, we don't have to dwell there. We can move and move forward. I definitely agree. It's over in 4 or 5.
It's not too
Now,
much there for him. Yeah.
again. Asterisk. If Embiid plays, there's no back-to-backs. So if he comes back cleared healthy to play tomorrow and then again on Thursday and again on Saturday.
I
Who
think
knows? I don't know. Who knows what can happen?
if they go 2-0 down, he's not coming back. You got to steal one.
You're not winning. They're not winning one in Boston with Kelly Oubre, Andre Drummond, and VJ Edgecombe.
I don't think so either. But that's what I'm saying. Like that's what it would take to bring him back early. Which again, I think the way they're speaking about the injury, he'd be coming back early to try to make something happen. And we've seen him play this game before. This team's not a championship team. If we're being realistic, you have some fun young pieces. It's okay. You made it to the playoffs. People, had questions about what this team would be going into the year with his health and Tyrese Maxey's ascension and Paul George's aging, both, play style and everything else. I know. He got a little juice, right? But they weren't looking at the Sixers and being like, all right, they're definitely going to be a contender.
He's Buster, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I think it's an over performance for this year, but just go back to the drawing board for next year. Try to get Embiid healthy again. We don't care about awards for Embiid. Maybe have him play 40 games during the season. I don't know. Pick and choose. Like, take those fines. If you feel like you have a roster that's good enough to win a championship and all you need is a healthy Embiid,
question for you.
Try that.
But to what you said, there's not really, I mean, we talked early in the year, Mal. Obviously, OKC again. We'll get to my Lakers because I'm a homer, of course.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll get to them. Spurs have ascended. Nuggets always because Jokic is Jokic. Boston
Jokic is Jokic.
and then the Knicks. I thought early in the year the Knicks were a favorite because the East was wide open. But then you think about think about these teams. I mean, the Knicks. I'll go Cleveland. I'll go Detroit, who were hosting early in the year. I mean, coasting early in the year. And you're rolling to a 1, 2, 3 seed or you're whatever. And then here the Boston Celtics hanging around, like, cool, whatever. And no Tatum. And then all of a sudden the rumors, hey, he might play. Hey, he might play. Hey, he's questionable. Hey, he's doubtful. Hey, he's back. That just, you thought this is a window. Everyone said it. When Tatum got hurt, and then again, respect to him, Halliburton got hurt. That was the narrative of whatever, whatever, it's open. It's not. And I think the Boston Celtics are one of the best teams in the East in the NBA. I don't think Philly has enough. Even if Embiid does play, McCollum hates me. Josh Hart loves me. And Brunson is not shooting the ball off the dribble. Anyways, is your phone right there?
Yeah.
Is Josh Hart anywhere near 19 and a half rebounds and assists?
I would assume not, but I could tell you for certain soon. This man said Josh Hart hates me.
Yeah,
Oh,
rebound.
brother. Oh, brother. Hold
What's
on.
he at?
I'm trying to get there. It's taking a while.
He has to be
He
at
is,
17, 16,
yeah, he's
17.
at 17. So he is pretty close. He just needs to go on a little bit of a run. But yeah, just trust the process. Let it play out.
I'm believing it.
Trust the process. Let it play out. But yeah, I don't think, again, the Sixers have enough. And we could kind of go on from there. I think Celtics did a good job of working the roster to make sure that they had the right
They
pieces
stayed
to play in the
afloat,
regular
bro.
season. Yeah.
GM of the year, Brad Stevens, executive of the year. He's
I
amazing.
mean, because
Amazing.
you let Drew Holiday leave, and we're like, oh, you clearly aren't competing for a
Porzingis.
championship if you're going to let that happen. You let Porzingis leave, and we're like,
Cornette.
I'm not mad at Porzingis leaving because I mean, you guys won that practically without him.
Yeah.
And then Cornette, yeah, obviously you got to stay under the second apron. I get that concept, but you kind of pull the wool over the league's eyes. You're like, yeah, we're packing it up for this
I
year.
think that the thing
And
is
then
that my
yeah,
barber Sklip, he's a massive Boston fan. And when I went there early in the year, he was like so confident, like, bro, we're fine. And I'm like, I think Boston fans knew how good Jaylen Brown was. Like, I think we
I
knew,
mean, yeah,
like, we knew he was good. I didn't know he was. I mean, I think he should have been an MVP finalist. I think he was that good.
yeah.
And I mean,
They also got a
Jokic
lot of
is
help from the others.
what? No, 1 point game. Jokic is Jokic. You guys are watching. This is a live Thompson Inc. moment. We're talking about basketball here. Um, it's crazy that I will miss this in a month and a half when the finals are over with and we're talking about like I don't know NBA offseason stuff. Like
Yeah.
I'm watching the game here. Josh Hart pull up three, miss. I mean, if they win, Atlanta steals a game. Like, could they
Why is
win?
Josh Hart shooting pull up threes? Can we talk
No
about
idea.
that?
Oh, bad turnover. Bad turnover.
We
Brunson downhill gets fouled.
why are we
Yeah,
doing Josh Hart pull up threes?
I have no idea. That's weird. But well, it is. We have talked about the East mostly. So our last series we did Orlando. We got the Knicks,
Mm-hmm.
Cleveland, and then this one. Wait, and we're missing one more.
No, it's 4 series. No,
That's it. So I
so
mean, we have. I
Cleveland,
mean, our East. I
Orlando,
have again Detroit
Boston.
versus Cleveland, and then Boston against the Magic. Right? No,
Not Detroit. It
Detroit
would be Knicks.
versus.
No Detroit
My
because the
fault. My
Magic
fault.
would have taken
Knicks
them
versus
out.
the Magic, and Boston against Cleveland.
That's how it shape up.
And give me Cleveland.
Cleveland to beat Boston, huh? Okay.
And for the first time since 1990, no, sorry, since 2012, Orlando Magic,
Magic.
Eastern Conference Finals.
I mean, honestly,
Play the song, Orlando
I do think
Magic,
Magic
Orlando,
avoiding
Orlando.
Boston would be good. I think the Magic avoiding Boston would be good. I
Mm,
think Boston's still a bad matchup for them. I think them playing the Knicks, it's almost, I don't want to say it's not. I was about to say it's like looking in the mirror, but their guard plays way better over there in New York.
right.
From an offensive standpoint, I think Josh Hart is like souped up Jalen Suggs, right? He does a lot of what Jalen Suggs does, but just way better. Where the Magic have the advantage against the Knicks, again, is Banchero. Who's guarding Banchero? OG. He's a solid defender at times, but he hasn't been what they
Bridges.
paid for. Bridges, right? So I don't know. It's tough for me to pick Orlando to go to the
It's
Eastern Conference
scary. It's
Finals.
definitely a scary
But if
one
they
for
make
sure.
it, if they set that confidence this series, and I get to see Banchero and Franz win their first playoff series together,
Yes,
that's
it'll
important.
make
They
it
could go on a little bit
intriguing.
of a run. And again, we still they paid for Desmond Bain. There has to be a moment where Desmond Bain comes through for them. And I think
Oh,
against a Knicks team, again, where Jalen Brunson's gonna have to guard somebody, it
who's
could
gonna
be the
guard
Desmond.
Suggs?
It could be the Desmond Bain series.
Yeah, agreed.
Anyway, we go
Well,
to
I
the
think
West.
you talk about that too, like matchups. I mean, we're ahead of ourselves, but uh, Suggs and I think Bane could bully Brunson.
Yes.
Not saying they will, but they could bully Brunson. All right, here we go. McCollum with the ball. 2:23 on the clock.
Oh gosh, what you
Foul
about to
away from
see?
the ball in Hart, but not being called.
You
Okay,
said
McCollum
foul away from
101
the ball, but not being
with
called.
Brunson. Can I have this dance? Jesus Christ. Can I have this dance? McCollum down the lane for two. Nick Hawks up one. First lead since 36:35.
A lot of time
Oh,
left.
2 minutes. I smell
A lot of
overtime.
time left.
Oh, assist? He missed it. Oh,
You are super locked in right now.
that was a hard assist. That was bad. Anyways, let's get to the West, man. We go. My boys last, please, please, please,
Okay. All right.
please.
We could
We
take.
can go through we can go through those first two sweeps if you want to, and get them
Okay.
out the way.
All right. So what's the first sweep?
Spurs are sweeping Portland.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
OKC is sweeping the Suns.
Shouts out Denny. Shouts out
Israel.
Shouts out Drew Holiday.
A winner.
He's been playing really well, especially in the playing game you called it.
And shout out Henderson's been hooping recently. I got respect
Yeah.
for Henderson now. He gained some respect for me for sure.
But you look at the others, and Shaden Sharp, Jeremy Grant, even Scoot for playing a little bit better, but there's just not enough. There's not enough when Stephon Castle's playing, not even his best, and he's outdoing your second option pretty much.
Their others
Darren
are
Fox
so
is coasting. Wemby's doing Wemby-like things. They're defensively very locked in over there in San Antonio. I can't even be mad at it. That's definitely a sweep. And then the OKC Phoenix thing, the defense of OKC is just too much for Phoenix. And we saw Jalen Green snap in the playing game. He's running in against a team of athletic young players that can kind of keep pace with him. And Devin Booker hasn't been as aggressive as I'd like him to be. So yeah, I could see them both being sweeps.
Yes, McCollum is killing Brunson.
Yeah, because Brunson can't really guard anybody.
I smell overtime.
Maybe.
Overtime. No, I think it has a big thing. You talk about the bus driver, and it's always a funny running joke, but the bus driver for the Spurs is obviously Wemby. But the
Yeah,
passengers are fucking good, dude.
they're
Fox is
really good.
great. I think Castle's good. I love Harrison Barnes being a veteran on that team. Kind of helps with a little voice in the locker room. I'm a big believer in, um, um, fuck, what's the shoot? Vassell's jump shot. Shit, just Champagne. He's been awesome. I think I think they're in a crash course, three-way crash course
They are.
with the Nuggets and OKC.
They
I
for sure
just
are.
don't. I think the Nuggets are just there's just too much for Ant. Too much for Ant.
So
Ant
you're
is good.
saying you say the Nuggets, there's not enough juice on the Timberwolves side to be the
No,
Nuggets.
no.
I don't think we've seen a real big Ant game yet, though. Like, he was a facilitator and stuff, but his offensive game was really off in the first game. And all the others didn't show up. I mean, they had shots, they missed. We haven't seen a good Nas Reed game in a minute. Like, I wouldn't write them off completely yet if they were playing well and getting outdone. It's just I've seen this team give the Denver Nuggets, who are pretty similarly constructed, a lot of trouble in the past.
Right.
So I'm not completely writing it off yet. We haven't seen an explosion from Ant necessarily.
And we know it's in there somewhere for sure.
Yeah, I don't think it's a sweep. I think it could be a 4-2 series. But if we start seeing Ant kind of, come through with a little bit more hero ball, which I don't usually like lobbying for hero ball, but the way he plays ball, I'm okay with it.
Right. Go score. And
we could see. We could see. You said who lost?
Knicks lost.
Dang.
107, 103 minutes, 10 seconds left. I've seen crazier shit happen, but
did CJ do it to him?
CJ is going crazy. I have a lay with CJ, but I can't remember what else was in that lay with CJ and Brunson. So I'll just see when we're done potting. I'll see. And hope I'll be rich or I'll be sad. But either way, we're good.
Shouts out CJ. Shouts out CJ. Moving on, like we said. So Nuggets probably beat Minnesota. Spurs probably beat OKC. Not OKC. Spurs beat Portland. OKC beats the Suns. Onto the final series. Now, unbiased, KD playing game one, full health against what you currently have constructed on the Lakers. How do you see that game shaping up?
We win.
If he played, okay,
we win. I'm going to say this as I watch the game. I don't fear Sengun.
Oh
I
yeah.
think if you can be physical with Sengun, which I think Aiden and Jackson Hayes did a great job. I think Marcus Smart and LeBron, when they're switching him, even Kennard did a great job. Just, bro, I always, this is basketball coach Trey talking here too. I always tell my post players, do the early work in the post.
Mm-hmm.
So that guards have Corey's coming down to the block, hit him, boom, just a little hit. Don't not flagrant. Hey, I'm here. I want you to know I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
Do the early work on Sengun, make his life tough. Amen Thompson, shoot whatever threes you want to shoot. If Tariq Easton's gonna have 15 a game, and we win, Mama Easton, God bless you, and we're fine. I think that we have a really good rotation. You never want to get hurt,
Mm-hmm.
but Brunson with a 3, down by 1. You never want to get hurt ever, late in the season, of course. But the time that Luka got hurt, it gave Bron enough time to find that rhythm again, find that
what he does,
27-year-old, 28-year-old that had to go do it, whatever. And I think Kennard's been playing great basketball. Rui Hachimura's mid-range is automatic. I think I love everything that Marcus Smart has brought back to this team. I believe that we are, with Luka and Reeves playing, I believe we're the better team. I don't like, even with KD playing also, I think we're a better team. KD's knee being bruised up due to a teammate falling on him in practice is maybe a dumber reason for Udoka to be fired than fucking his coworker or whatever in the front office. Why the fuck is a 19-year first ballot Hall of Famer, or whatever he is, 20 years, I think he's 20 years, first ballot Hall of Famer, diving for loose balls in practice? Actually, my better question: why the fuck is he practicing? KD, just go over and shoot jumpers. You know the rotation. We're gonna find you in your spot. You shouldn't be practicing. I've seen videos this year of the Miami Heat. Just to compare this to you, they're in full drills, and Bam Adebayo's on the fucking sideline the whole time. Bam Adebayo. Why is KD practicing? Don't know. Don't care. Lakers in 6. And if I'm feeling good, if I'm feeling very generous and alive, Lakers 5.
So I was gonna come on here and say you guys had no chance. I was gonna come on here and talk real spicy about the Lakers. And what I will say is this version of LeBron and the others are showing up against a Houston team that has lost their way offensively. And I think most of their way offensively was through KD, right? So I think with KD being an injury risk the rest of the series, even if he does come back, how healthy will he be? He'll be able to get pushed off his spot a lot easier. And the others
really, he may
don't look
not risk it
comfortable
either,
out
though.
there.
Yeah, you may not risk it either. Hey, you're older enough, like your knee messed up. Maybe you don't risk it.
No, for sure, he's risked it before in the past, and it has not been worth it for him, right? So, what you showing right now?
Putting the spirits out there. Getting my chakras right.
Oh my gosh, man. But yeah, I think for KD, if I see them go down 2-0, obviously I got to come back if I feel okay. But if I don't feel okay,
Not rushing it.
Not rushing it. Can't do it at this point in my career. Can't rehab at this point in my career. And for the
CJ missed
Lakers,
both.
he did. Okay.
Oh, they won. Oh my God.
Who won?
The Hawks.
Is
So
it
I think
over?
I just lost my parlay by 1 rebound because he had 18, which is whatever. But he missed both free throws, got a rebound, advanced it to Bridges, which would have been 19 and a half. And he missed the game-winning jump shot. That's big,
no.
dude. Stealing one in New York is huge.
It is.
The same way
It is.
the same thing you said about the Cavs, I can say about the Knicks blowing leads.
Oh no, for sure. They've been that.
Okay.
And
Now,
before the first series, before the first game, I thought that Atlanta had way more of a chance. And if they just won a game with Jalen Johnson not playing well, because he didn't, and CJ McCollum could be CJ McCollum
CJ
because
32
he's
and
been there.
6.
He's been there. I figured he'd be a factor in this series. Not to the level he's been already, but he's been the one that has the experience. The Knicks have to be worried because who's guarding Cat, and why is Cat not Cat?
What do you call him? Catmandu?
Did he end with 18 points?
I don't know. Hey,
I think
don't
he
tell me
did.
anything. I'll see when the game's over with, of the parlays and stuff there, and we'll see what's going on.
I think he ended with 18. Like, who's the big guarding you that you're worried about? You should be dominating down low.
Big O.
I would think.
Big O.
Yeah, but you're Cat.
Agreed.
You're one of those guys.
Agreed.
And 18 points in I consider most playoff games. If you go up 2-0, that's very important going into Atlanta. I still don't think you have a good matchup on the floor.
Is so much different than going to 1-1 or 0-2. 100% agreed. You're right. You're so right.
So I don't know. Cat needs to figure out what's going on with him still. I think he lacked aggression in the first half, especially. Made it out the first quarter with only 3 shot attempts. I think made it out the first half with only about 5.
Mm.
They still haven't figured out how to play together as a unit, I think, between him and Brunson. So it's not over. It's far from over. They could still win the series. I think they still do win the series with everything that Hart does for them, and Bridges still hasn't really shown up like that, and they got OG. I think again the others are still better on the Knicks side, offensively at least. But this Atlanta team could get running and hot, especially in Atlanta, pretty quick. So losing one in New York is big. But back to your boys. If you guys sustain and bring back Luka and AR for the second round on with a, not an expected rest, but, an inadvertent rest going into the second round, which you guys would get. Who would you guys face?
We're the 4-5. We will play this under.
Okay.
We did this by 50 earlier this year.
I know. And I think 30 earlier before that. Yeah. I'm not going to write it off, man. Anything can happen in the playoffs.
It's playoff basketball, yes, but I don't think there's a fucking shot in hell.
We've seen Luka operate at a different level in the playoffs. He operated that level for most of the season.
Luka's the man.
Yeah.
Luka's the man.
LeBron, he understands what he would need to do to perform in an OKC series. The only thing is, like, you could say these are young bucks, but they're all champions. Like, they know what it takes to go through a full playoff run.
Yeah, no one's afraid of Bron anymore. Like, no offense, I love Bron.
It's not about being afraid of Bron anymore, but if you okay, so here's me trying to be devil's advocate in this case. If you build the others' confidence in this series, Marcus Smart finds his groove again. He's operating as a little bit of a background point guard in the second unit, right? You have Rui finding himself offensively again. You unlock DeAndre Ayton's confidence. He's actually grabbing boards. He's actually playing well down low, right? You get Luke Kennard hitting threes at a consistent clip, right? And then you just add your 2 20-point plus, 30-point plus scores back into the rotation.
32-point game plus
32 point per game, 8 assists, 8 rebounds roughly, right? Like on a consistent basis. And then AR.
Fresh off MVP snub.
Yeah, he did get snubbed. But, I mean, he did get lucky to even be considered to have awards, too. I think that was their slight
luck.
I think they said you could get your contract, you could get your first team, but we can't bring you back in on those votes. It would look a little bit bad. That's my guess.
Agreed.
But I think he should be a finalist. Also, Ryan Rollins should be a finalist for most improved player. Hate the most improved player list.
The Bucks suck, so we can't give the award like that because they're fucking terrible.
You can. If he went from 2 points to like 20, what bigger improvement is that?
The Bucks are fucking awful.
Okay, I don't care.
Milwaukee's getting no awards this year, so don't look anyone on any like first. There's no Giannis coming on any teams.
Well, based on what it sounds like, your team was good, and guess what? No awards for you either. So who cares?
100% first team All NBA.
Oh yeah, if we're going that, then yeah, that's technically it's an award. It's whatever, but I think you guys win that series, and then the second round is pretty fun. So we kind of stick to what happens for the rest of the playoffs, man.
Yeah.
This Denver Minnesota game, we'll see how it shapes up. And then we kind of go from there. Maybe come back in 2-3 days, and see where these series are at. See if Atlanta
I'm gonna
has.
bring my hopefully AirPods. I got AU this weekend, but I got a game Friday night. I'm staying at a super nice Airbnb, and I'm gonna maybe have a few guests there. They're my two of my players. There, maybe a few guests with me to talk a little hoop with you, and we'll get the I'll figure out how to get the speakers or whatever for them. But they both know a
Okay.
little ball, so maybe a little
I would
little
like to
guest
hear some
appearance
other
on the
people's
pod
perspective on the playoffs, man. It'll be fun. It'll be fun time.
for sure,
Um,
brother.
but until next time, you got anything to close out with?
One big thing. We gotta fix the NBA draft lottery.
Oh gosh, I agree, but
Um, Not even with the OKC thing. I mean, them getting the 12th and 17th pick, they done their thing. I
they
just
did.
feel like it's a you don't want to reward losing teams, and this is like in the NFL, NBA. I don't know baseball or whatever, but just those two.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to see Arvell Reese on the Giants,
You mean on the Jets?
on the Jets.
Why
I don't
not?
want to see Jeremiah Love, respectfully, on the Titans. I want to see those fuckers, bro. I don't care. I don't
You're
care. I don't
tripping.
care. I
You're
don't
tripping.
care. I don't
You're
care.
tripping.
I don't want to see Darius
You don't
Acuff
watch
on
the
the
games.
Kings.
You don't watch the games.
You want Jeremiah Love? Okay, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. You're a fan.
Yeah.
You are a fan. If I told you I had Jeremiah Love to go to the Jags, would you say yes?
I mean, yeah, but that's
Or
not
would you want to
realistic.
see that more than you want to see him on the Titans?
Well, as somebody who watches the games, you telling me I get to see Cam Ward with Jeremiah Love? I'd love that.
You wouldn't want to see your boy, your QB with
I
Jeremiah
mean,
Love?
I would love that, but that's just
I'm
bias.
just saying, it just sucks that these kids, bro. I'm the number one pick in Peterson, and I'm staying in Utah for 5 more years. I'm the best point guard in college. I'm going to play with the Sacramento Kings with a fucking dysfunctional locker room. The best place in the
Yeah.
lottery to me is Indiana. The Pacers, whoever the Pacers get, if they do this right, the Pacers need DeBonta, in my opinion. The Pacers get the one pick and they get
Mm-hmm.
DeBonta. That team's great. You can get off feet. You can move Siakam to the 4, play DeBonta to the 3. They'll get you oh no, you have Zubac, and then get
You
you a
do.
solidified 2 off season, make some trades, whatever. They are good. They can maybe go Peterson also, whatever. But there's another guard
There's
named Mikal
options for
Brown.
Indiana. There's
Yeah,
options for
Mikal
Indiana.
Brown from Louisville also. Yeah, I agree. So it's just to me, get off. Like, let's figure out a way. Again, I don't. The bad teams have to benefit from losing, yes. But I think I want to see those guys on winning teams. Like year one, I want to see you go play and contribute in ways that I think are important. Like I don't want to. I'm not, bro. I'm not gonna watch again. I watched the games, yes. I'm not watching Darius Acuff against on the Kings against the Bonsta on the Jazz on a Tuesday night. I'm sorry. I'm not cutting it on. I don't. That doesn't move me. Now the Bonsta on the Lakers, Acuff on the Knicks. I'm tuned in. This is Thompson 8, man. It's
So
out the
why
mud,
so why
man. We go.
even do so why even do a draft then if you just want to put them on good
No,
teams?
no, I'm just saying, like, I think what's the award? I think about the same thing too. A few things, we can really end this. What's the reward of being a one seed in the NBA with the play in? For example, the Pistons had no idea they were playing the Magic until a day before their match. The game ended, so the day break, the Magic flew to Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the scout advantage in that? You literally got a one seed, and you got to wait till the last second. If you're the 3 through 6 seed, you know where you're playing. You know your matchup. You can scout them, whatever. If you're the 1-2, you're literally waiting for the play in. Secondly, you win 50, 60 games. Hey, here, pick the 32nd best prospect. Now you can get in your bag and draft, yes, but where's the incentive of you winning game? We should be rewarded for winning games. And that's all I gotta say.
They play 82 games, brother. If you're not scouting off of that, like you have two teams you're banking on, you should be good enough to scout for either one of those,
No,
and you
well,
played them multiple times.
I think it is just I will say, from my experience, it's a definitively different scout. For if once our high school season is definitely different than college. I mean NBA. So don't get me wrong. Our season ends on a Tuesday. Playoffs start next Monday. We know we're playing in the playoffs that Wednesday. If we didn't know our opponent for that next Monday until Sunday morning, it changes everything about the approach. Yes, we can like, hey, you look at Vieira film, for example, and you look at Rockledge film. Trey, you watch them, Travis watch them, whatever. I may have the scout done and this team loses. I think it's a wasted man hours, but whatever. I think it's like a disadvantage if the play, and like I don't made a point about being a money grab. It's awesome for like the entertainment value, but it is a disadvantage.
Oh
And the
no,
Pistons
for sure.
again, the Pistons should handle business no matter what. Like this, like the Thunder are. They're handling business. There's no ifs, ands, buts
Yeah, and
about
the
it. They're handling
Spurs so
business.
far are
Right,
too. And
right,
again,
for sure.
it's not the first time you're running into the team, and it's an 82 game season.
I agree.
That's the only like rebuttal I'll give you. It's not like the NFL where like you might have ran into this team once, or you didn't run into them at all, and you're finding out 2 days before that you're playing them. Right?
Touche. Good point.
That what I would say. But when
Good point.
it's 82 games,
You played them 4
you
or
should
5
be
times for
prepared
sure.
for
For sure.
anybody coming out at
Good point.
any point. They should literally be able to drop the playoff series lineups like 24 hours before. And you should know enough about the team to play them and play them well. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I get your angle to a certain degree. I just don't fully agree. And in terms of tanking, I think they need to fix tanking. I think
It's hard to control it though, bro.
My biggest thing is I saw Utah guys going in for all types of surgeries at the back end of the season after they traded for Jaren Jackson.
I tweeted them all. I bet on a game, bro. I bet on a game. Jaren Jackson Jr. had 25 in the third. Larry Markin and PRA was like, he had 39. His line was like 47. Close game. I bet on it. They didn't come back in the game. It was a close game.
Mm-hmm.
You can't convince me you're just not playing guys because they're not like, if they're not like tonight, if you don't play Brandon Ingram because he's fucking sucking, I get it. You're in a regular season game, and these guys are like, bro, Jackson hitting step back one leg jumpers, marking his downhill right hand dunk, rebound, whatever. Like, why are they not in the game? It's obvious you're tanking.
Mm-hmm.
So I agree.
So that's what we need to fix. There needs to be something there. So
That's
what we'll talk about probably in the offseason is how do you fix tanking? How do you incentivize teams to play their games, play them all the way, and then where the chips fall, they fall, right? I'm sure they'll come up with something. Seems like something's already in the chamber. But for now, we're just worried about the playoffs. We'll see how the Nuggets and Minnesota play out. We'll see how some more of these series add up before we get back on here in a couple of days and discuss it. And then we'll kind of give you our takes and if things have shifted. But until next time, please like, subscribe, and share. Keep tuning into these videos. And we'll see you later.
Got to give the people what they want.